My name is Elegan Kramer, and I am the Director of Instructional Technology and Digital Literacy here at Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School, which is a JK through 12 school. And so I oversee all of the different instructional technologies here, um, from the little kids all the way up to high school seniors. And so I was very fortunate to join the Zoe Creator Program because I want to implement VR technology in our school. And I thought this was just a great way for me to engage in VR technology. We have headsets that are being underutilized now. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about myself and why I joined the Zoe Creator Project.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It looks like Sill's got you all pulled up. Are you good to go on your end, Sill?
I am, yeah. For this one, I went into your workspace directly since you
Oh
already
yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah. That's where you want to start. Absolutely. Um, yes. Okay. So, or I thought there was another one, but yes, we can start here. So, a little bit more about myself. So, I was actually a former science. This is my second year on the job, and before this, I was actually a science teacher for 13 years. And so, there's a lot of science components, specifically on ocean sustainability. So that's where I got this idea from. And in terms of curriculum a little bit, where I was envisioning is just kind of that storytelling aspect with the if then kind of the choose your own adventure book. Yeah, so yeah, that's right. It should be home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
home. Well, I thought I
right.
had a different. Oh no, now I remember. So with ocean sustainability, and how it relates to like choose your own adventure. So I don't like mesh two ideas together. Um, is like basically when students or when anybody makes a choice, there are consequences to this choice, and sometimes those consequences leads to not the ocean, like poor environmental choices does not lead to correct, like it doesn't help the ecosystem. And so here I used basically Zoe's ocean environment. And so it just takes them through a series of choices. So if you were a student in a science class, like a middle school science class, here it says, welcome, take a look around. So just getting them involved in this immersive environment. How many total fish do you see in the scene? So I'll let Sil answer that.
I think it was 7, but I'm not sure. Oh, no, okay.
And so
Maybe
if they didn't get it correct, they
it
would
must
try
be
again. I did count the shark as a fish.
right, right. Okay.
And also the manta ray as a fish. So that's why I chose 9. So now they say correct. So that part was just to get them involved in the immersive environment, looking around them. And so this is where the ocean sustainability kind of comes in. It says you are catching fish to feed your family. How many fish would you like to catch today? So I will let Sil choose.
I like fish.
Oh, okay. So yes, I kept that in mind as in some people might not want fish at all. And so even if they choose that route, um, I went through the idea of pollution. And so here it says, even though you did not catch a fish, a couple fish died. And so pick up 4 trash items. So I'll let Sil kind of look around. And
Right.
so this is where the choose your own adventure part comes in. Like when there are choices being made, it takes basically, it jumps kind of to a different scene. And in this case, when he picks up 4 trash items, then it jumps to a different scene. And so now it says, thank you for picking up all the trash. There's still more trash, as in someone dumped hazardous chemicals. And so now it says to please pick up the chemical bottles. There should be 2. Um, and yeah, there's 1. And then once he picks it up, there would be, um, it will just takes them to a different one. So it says, thanks for picking up all the different bottles. I left the smoke there to like symbolize that even though the chemicals are the chemical bottles are no longer there, right? The chemicals are technically still present in the ocean, in the ecosystem. And if they look around, they will see there's a lot less animals now. And so they can play this game over again if you get a little bit closer to the text. I think to the side, right? Touch the rock if you're interested in playing again. So go ahead and touch the rock. And so now, so one of the consequences, right, of ocean sustainability, or like one of the environmental consequences of pollution is that basically it would not sustain the ocean, it would affect the environment. And so now they can also take a look at a different scenario and similar idea. And it just takes them through this path. So this time Sil chose to fish 4 fishes. Some more fish died. And it says, does the scene match to what happens? So the idea is the student is looking around, they're aware of their surroundings a little bit, see how many fish and whether, and like do a little bit of math. And so if we want to cheat a little bit, as in if you want to go directly to the answer, we can click yes. It should match. It says it's a new day. But the idea of asking the number of fish is done. Then they think about, okay, I have this many fish left. How many fish do you want to catch for your family? And it takes them like this other branch of choose your own adventure for that. So yeah, that's just about my project with Zoe Creator. It was really fun to create this project because it was very simple and it was like a fun, engaging way for storytelling. And I thought, like, in terms of like ocean sustainability, it's really hard for the students to imagine themselves being in the ocean or like seeing the fish around them. So I thought this would just be like an engaging way for them to think about ocean sustainability. So that's like one aspect of it. And then the other aspect to it is with the Choose Your Own Adventure book, I thought like, so I'm going to teach a winter term course in January, where basically I have a little group of students who are just interested in VR technology. And I was just going to show like one of the ways they can use VR technology, specifically the Zoe app right here, is like to create like a choose your own adventure. And I was going to use this as an example where you have different choices that the character can make. And then depending on the choice, then it would jump to like different scenes. So thank you so much for including me as part of this program. I learned a lot, and it was really cool to, like, as a student, thinking about it from a student lens, just to create something in VR technology, in the VR headset, and not just be a passive consumer, but to actually be a producer and use my creativity to like produce what I'm envisioning.